Hey everyone, it's Simone Watson, and I guess this is going to be my Camp NaNoWriMo Day 3 vlog. Yay! But the funny thing about this is that it's 7:13 p.m. and I am just now starting to film. But I'm pretty excited. I am getting so excited and so live about my Camp Nano project, and it's super exciting. I mean, that was kind of repetitive, but it's just like, yeah, because I'm the my brain is like firing ever since I got that prompt, queen of food, and now I'm just like do. So this is I love this. I love this part of writing. I love writing. I love writing in general, but it's been a while since I got to do this part where I'm just like, it's a new story and boom, 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 boom. However, here's the thing. First of all, I haven't written any words. I've not written any words, and I am waiting to draw out my prompt and my word count for day 3 until I have at least attempted to catch up to my day 2 word count. So if you remember, I need 1,410 words to catch up to my day 2 word count. But if it gets to be like 10 p.m. and I still haven't caught up, I'll probably just go ahead and choose my day 3 stuff. But yeah, so this is my vlog. I'm so excited. But I haven't even written down any planning, which is unlike me, because usually I like take a file or do something and be like brainstorm. So maybe I'll do that after I turn off this camera and before I turn it on again. But we will see. Another exciting thing happened. I went to the library. Yay! Now, here's the thing. If you saw the video that I did, if you saw the video that I did about 2 days ago, that was a library haul and unhaul, you might know that I was trying to cut down my total number of library books, which is still the case. I had 33 physical library books before Monday, and I was like, this is a lot, and I really want to get that down to 0 pretty soon, because I'm planning to go out of town for a while. So basically, yeah, I had 33. I returned a whole bunch on Monday. So the ones that I showed you that I was keeping, I kept. And I think that was 10 books, 10 or 11, probably 11 books. And of those 11, 3 of those I have to return the day after tomorrow because I can't renew them anymore. I just kept those so I could try to read them. I don't know if I can read them by Friday, but just so I can do my best. But anyway, so yes, I have cut that number down from 33 to 11. But then I went to the library today and I checked out 6 books, which for me is not that bad because I usually would check out like a bunch. Okay, so I got 6 and I will show you. And one thing that I love about these 6, well, there are a few things I love about these 6. One thing I love is that 2 of them are comp titles for my Camp Nano novel. Oh, I'm getting so hyped. I'm getting so hyped. I'm just really hyped. So because they're comp titles, I could like read a little bit of those and perhaps get inspired to write my Camp Nano novel. Okay, so first I will show you the ones that are not that. Okay, so first I have this one. It's from the new bookshelf, but I don't think I ever heard of it. It's called Tell Me Everything by Sarah Enni. Yeah, I don't remember hearing of it. But this is about a girl who goes to this like website where people are doing art, people share their art, and she starts doing acts of kindness or something, like, or giving gifts to the people that are doing art, but she's trying to stay, I guess, under the radar or anonymous, but somehow she gets thrust into the spotlight. And I'm like, that sounds so interesting and like original. So it's cool. And the blurbs on the back are like so glowing. Like Julie Buxbaum, who wrote What to Say Next, says, "Will make you both think and squee." That's her blurb for this. And I read Julie Buxbaum's other book, Tell Me 3 Things. It was okay, like 3.5. It was pretty good. It was like 4 stars. There was one joke in Tell Me 3 Things. This is like way off topic, but there was one joke in Tell Me 3 Things that was so gross. I can still remember it. and I read that book like a year and a half ago, and I still remember that really gross joke. But other than that, other than that, it was, it was a pretty good book. So I can definitely trust her opinion. And you got all of these blurbs from all these other authors. But anyway, yes, this looks nice, and you see a bunch of blurbs on the back and some photos. How cute. Okay. I'm sorry, I need to probably get through this faster because the video was mainly about writing. But here we go. Okay, I got this book, Always Forever Maybe by Annika M. Rose Reese. I am not sure if I pronounced that correctly because her last name, her like middle name, or it's like her first of two last names, it's spelled M-R-O-S-E. So I just say M. Rose, but I'm not sure if that's correct. But anyway, this is about a girl and a guy who get into this relationship, and they fall for each other hard, but it ends up being abusive in some way. I'm not sure if it's just emotional abuse or like physical abuse also, but it's also about, I'm not sure if it, no, I think it may be more about the girl and her best friend, because what happens is the best friend is trying to say like, hey, maybe this relationship is not good, like maybe this is not, maybe there's some, I'm seeing some red flags and maybe you shouldn't be involved with this guy. But the friend that's in the relationship is like kind of distancing herself from the best friend because she's like no, like she kind of doesn't want to hear that, and she's just really, I guess, set in her desire to be with this guy, and she really cares about him. She really feels like, oh, this is true love, and you don't understand, that kind of thing. I think it's been a long time since I read the description of this book, but I think that's what it's about. Maybe more about the two best friends than about the like relationship itself, but also the relationship, of course, is really important. And it's sort of funny because I was planning to read this possibly in May for the A to Z readathon, but then I saw it today and I was like, I'm gonna check this out. So I might read it and then I'll just get another book for A. Like, it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Also, last thing, this was on my list of my top most anticipated books of 2018. So yeah, this came out in 2018 and that was my anticipated list. So it's been like a year since I wanted to read this, over a year. Anyway, there we go. Those are my first two. Okay, then we have Summerbird Blue by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I've really wanted to check out an Akemi Dawn Bowman book for a long time. I wanted to read Starfish. I haven't gotten around to that yet. I saw this one in the library and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna check this out. I like this cover, but I hear great things about Akemi Dawn Bowman as an author, and yeah, I'm just really excited. This was her second book. I think she only has 2 out right now, but she has like, I think 6 books. She has sold at least 6 books in total. So she has some more books that are coming out, soon, down the pipeline, like one about a girl who joins the circus in like 2020, I think. I'm super excited for that one. That one's called Harley in the Sky. But anyway, yeah, I do want to read this. It has to do with grief and things like that. And I just think it's going to be one of those, hug to your chest books that you want to hug because you like them. I think that there's a great possibility of that. Okay, for the next book, we need some background music, like dun dun dun. Oh my gosh. My voice is still not 100% back, but it's back enough that I'm making videos. I'm trying to sing the dun 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 dun, some kind of dramatic music for what my next book is. Because do 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 do. See this? It's Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Is that how you pronounce that? Scythe? I think it's Scythe. It could be Scythe, but that sounds weird to me. I think it's Scythe. Anyway, this book, Neil Shusterman came out with this book a bajillion years ago, so probably like 2016 or something. Like, come on, Simone, hello, So, and if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you probably know Neil Shusterman is among my favorite authors. So if his name is on the book, that's a selling point for me. So I have wanted to read this for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and I'm like, you know what, no time like the present. Plus, the sequel to this is over 500 pages, and later in this month, there will be a Tome Topple readathon, which is where you read books that are over 500 pages. So if I finish this book, then I can go ahead and read that book, which is over 500 pages, during Tome Topple. So anyway, here we go, Scythe by Neil Shusterman. It's about a futuristic world where people don't like die of natural causes. Like there's no disease. So what happens is there are these people called scythes whose job is to go kill everyone, or not kill everyone. Eventually, it would basically to go kill people to, I guess, make like the the circle of life go on, so to speak. It's like to make room for the new generation or whatever. I don't know. And this is about these two people. I think their names are Citra and Rowan. Again, haven't read the description in a long time. But they're like competing to be the next scythe. Like they're the scythe's apprentices. Apprentices. I think that's I think that's the plural. And I think they don't want to be. I think neither of them actually wants to be the scythe, but they have to compete. So pretty interesting. And there is a sequel to it called Thunderhead that's out. Well, yeah, I did mention that. And there's like another. I think there's a third book that will come out next year or something. Yeah. Okay, now I want to get to the two comp titles. I am so excited. I have some comp titles for my Camp Nano project. This is super exciting. Okay, so I'll show you, okay? And then you'll get a little hint into what my book's about. And okay, so remember my Camp Nano novel is called Queen of Food. So when I saw Scythe in the library and I was just kind of looking at Neil Shusterman's little, section of the shelf, next to it or near it was this other book that is called Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman. Okay, you see this? So this has to do with a world where like they've run out of water. Like basically like there's been a drought for a while and people have just run out of water. Now, I don't know if you all know this, but I am really interested in South Africa and feeling called to go at some point to minister in South Africa, and specifically possibly in Cape Town or in the Cape Town area. And so recently there was a situation where Cape Town was in a drought for a long period of time, and they got to a point where it was going to be the first city in like recent history, the first like large city in recent history to run out of water. So they had a thing that they were like looking towards called Day Zero, which was when the city was going to run out of water, like tap and all of that. And it was kind of scary, but at times they were like doing different things to help and desalinization. I think that's what it's called when you take the salt out of salt water to make it fresh water. They were doing all these kinds of things to try and like prevent Day Zero, and they were like pushing it back. And I think it was like a year ago that this, like a year and a half ago. Yeah, because they were saying, I think that April 2018 they thought was going to be Day Zero. But they were able to like do things and push it back and push it back. And finally they got to a point where they didn't have a Day Zero in mind. But it was interesting because at one point they thought about taking a glacier from like Iceland or something and melting it down and bringing the water to Cape Town. Like they were just like, well, y'all have a glacier, y'all don't really need it, so we're just gonna bring all that water to Cape Town. I thought that was so interesting. But anyway, I think they didn't end up doing that, but somehow they ended up at a point where there is now no Day Zero projected, or last I checked, there was no Day Zero projected. So super exciting. So anyway, yes, this is about a world where they've run out of water and people have started, doing the things that you would do if you were running out of water, like being desperate and fighting over it and stuff like that. Okay, and this girl I think is separated from her parents. My other comp title is Famous in a Small Town by Emma Mills. I've wanted to read an Emma Mills book forever and ever. This one I think I also might have been planning to read for the A to Z readathon in May, or I'm not completely sure. Maybe it's just her other book, This Adventure Ends. But anyway, I want to read an Emma Mills book. I read the little excerpt on the back and it's amazing. And I'm like, I think I'm going to like this. She just seems like an author I'm going to like. But yes, so if you want to know, my Camp NaNoWriMo project has something to do with small towns. And it has something to do with kind of a post-apocalyptic, limited resources kind of situation. Okay, so small town, post-apocalyptic. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'm super excited. Super excited. And I'm running out of voice right now. It's funny. But I should really get off of this. And yeah, I just created my Camp Nano project, so I will try to come back and update you before midnight. when I've got some words down, hopefully I'll already have my 1,410. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, and just a reminder, my day 1 and 2 prompts are food and hitch. Okay, and my day 1 and 2 total word count is supposed to be 1,410. Okay, so food and hitch. And yeah, I will talk to you soon. Okay, so it is now 11:37 p.m. and it's time to do my drawing for day 3, even though day 3 is almost over. But I have started writing. Yeah. I have 534 words so far, which is great because I am not 1,000 words behind my day 2 goal. I'm fewer than 1,000 words behind my day 2 goal. I'm just saying, like, the you know, the good news, and plus I can catch up if I do my day 2 goal. Sorry, if I do my day 2 goal and today's goal and tomorrow's goal tomorrow, I'll be caught up. So yeah. Oh, one thing before I do my drawing really, really fast. Earlier I was talking about books, and I was talking about this book, Always Forever Maybe, and I said that there's an abusive relationship, and I said I'm not sure if it's just emotional abuse or also physical abuse. I just want to clarify. I didn't mean just emotional abuse, as if emotional abuse is something to be minimized. Like it's just that. That wasn't what I meant at all, because emotional abuse is a big deal. It's not something to be like brushed aside. What I meant was, is it only emotional abuse or is it emotional and physical? Because it would seem that physical abuse is often, if not always, paired with emotional abuse. So if it's physical abuse, it's probably both. Does that make sense? So just wanted to clarify that I didn't mean that in any kind of, you know, way like that, like it may have sounded. Okay. So let's get to the drawing. Okay. So here we have our cheese and cheddar box, which means this is my topic for day 3. Like I said, I know day 3 is almost over, but if I can't get it done, I picked out 2 by accident. If I can't get it done tonight, I'll just have to do it tomorrow. Okay, I have a little chain going. So my topic is, okay, it's rent or backyard. That's pretty cool. So this is number 8 on my list of topics, rent or backyard. Fun. It is on this little birthday post-it note from my calendar. I have a calendar with some post-it notes. Fun. And day 3's word count goal. Okay, here we go. Have a little flip of paper. Don't be over 900. Oh, it's 855. It's 855. Can you see that? Yeah, this is number 24 on the list, which means it's the like 7th highest word count that I can get. It's okay. It's 855. It's gonna be okay. So I need to go to the right page and write this down. Okay. The prompt is rent or backyard. And while I'm here, because it is only 19 minutes away from being day 4, I will go ahead and pick my day 4 prompt and my day 4 word count goal. And then you can see this video and you can be in suspense until my next video as to what actually happens on day 4. But at least I'll just have my prompt and stuff right off the bat instead of trying to wait until I catch up and, you know. Okay, so rent or backyard word count goal is 855. My days 1 through 3 total word count goal would be 1410 plus 855, which is 2,265. That's going to be my total word count goal. And I have written 534 words today so far. So that means that I am 1,731 words away from my day 3 total word count goal. Okay, so now I'm gonna write day 4. Yeah, so starting word count is gonna be 534. Prompt and word count goal. Okay, so again, to review, for day 1 we had, okay, for day 1 the prompt was food, the word count was 1,035, which is the highest word count of all. Day 2 the prompt was hitch or stop, the word count was, I think, 375. Yeah, it was 375. That made the 2-day total word count goal 1,410. For day 3, I have written 534 words. I drew out 855, which makes my total word count goal 2,265. And my day 3 prompt is rent or backyard. I may not write any more tonight, so that would assume that 534, if I don't write any more tonight, 534 will be my starting word count on day 4. But I might write some more tonight just to challenge myself even more. Okay, after I stop filming this. Anyway, it is time to draw out my prompt and my word count goal for day 4. So we have this cheddar box for the prompt. Try not to overthink it, but I'm also trying not to pick up something that, anyway, I don't know, just trying to mix things around. Anyway, okay, so my prompt is expensive. Okay, expensive. And that goes well with my day 3 prompt of rent or backyard. This expensive kind of goes with a lot of things. Expensive food, because food was my, expensive food, expensive all of those. I like it. I like that. Expensive. Okay. And the last thing we're going to pick in this video is my day 4 word count goal. So from the little variety cracker box, word count goal, word count goal, word count goal. If this is like over 800 again, I'm going to laugh. Okay, 285. 285 words. Okay, that is the 5th lowest on the list, as you can see from the little number 5. I'm good with that. I can work with that. Okay, so word count goal is 285. So my total word count goal will be 285. My total word count goal for the end of day 4, okay, for the first 4 days total, will be 285 plus 2,265, which is 2,300 plus, I think it's 2,000. I'm sorry, I lost track of it in my head. 85 plus 65. Okay, yeah, I think it's 2,550. I think it's 2,550. So that would mean that in order to get on track on day 4, I need to write 2,016 words. So yeah, again, it is achievable. I have written way more than 2,016 words in a day before. So it's achievable. It's going to be a challenge. But thank you for watching, and please come back tomorrow if you want to see if I have succeeded at this goal of writing another 2,016 words, incorporating all of my prompts so far, which are food, hitch or stop, expensive, and something else. Oh, rent or backyard. Okay. Yeah. So if you are doing Camp Nano as well, I would love to hear in the comments how your Camp Nano is going. So thank you again for watching, and please tune in tomorrow.